Every year, nearly 40,000 men and women are diagnosed with a cancer caused by HPV in the United States. Now, joining us now to talk about that and St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital efforts to educate people about the benefits of the HPV vaccine is Dr. Heather Brandt. Thanks for being with us, Doctor. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you for having me.
Now, tell us a little bit about HPV and HPV vaccination, and what are the benefits receiving the vaccine?
Sure. So HPV stands for human papillomavirus, and HPV is very common in the United States. It's so common that 1 in 4 people are currently infected, and nearly everyone gets an HPV infection in their lifetime. But not everyone is going to develop an HPV cancer. But we're not sure who gets the infection and who gets cancer, and so that's why HPV vaccination is so important. HPV vaccination is cancer prevention. And this is a vaccination that's preventive. It's given to children before they would be exposed to HPV, and it provides them with a lifetime of protection against HPV cancers. So the main benefit of this very common infection is that we have a vaccine that can prevent HPV cancers in adulthood.
Now, why is St. Jude advocating for parents and caregivers to include HPV vaccination with their child's back-to-school immunizations?
Well, now is the time that those back-to-school lists are being assembled, and parents and caregivers who make these vaccine decisions for children are filling out the list and filling the orders. So right after binders and backpacks and pens, pencils, markers, and more should be routinely recommended vaccines, including HPV vaccination. At St. Jude, we really focus on the 9 to 12-year-olds, making sure that they've completed the 2-dose HPV vaccine series by their 13th birthday. But HPV vaccination is recommended for everyone aged 9 to 26 years. And so if someone missed out in that on-time HPV vaccination, they still should be vaccinated if they're in that age range. And also HPV vaccination is recommended for some people aged 27 to 45 years, and they should talk to a healthcare provider to see if HPV vaccination is right for them. But during this back-to-school period, we're really focused on making sure that children are getting vaccinated so that they can be protected today from HPV cancers that they may develop in the future.
Now, what are some common misconceptions or myths surrounding HPV and the HPV vaccine?
Well, there are several. There is unfortunately a lot of misinformation out there about HPV vaccination, and that's a role that St. Jude seeks to play by building confidence in HPV vaccination by providing accurate and timely information to parents and caregivers who are making these vaccine decisions. There are many people who think that HPV vaccine is only for females, it's only for women or girls. That's not true at all. HPV vaccination is for everyone, both males and females. The most common HPV cancer is oropharyngeal cancers, which 83% are among men. So HPV cancers affect everyone, therefore HPV vaccination is for everyone too. There are always concerns about safety, and this vaccine was first recommended in the United States in 2006. So we have more than 17 years of safety data that show this is a very safe vaccine, more than 500 doses given worldwide with very strong effects, and it's very effective. This vaccine has been shown to prevent actual cases of cancer, and it works so well in places with high uptake of HPV vaccine that in Australia, which is one of those countries with really high uptake, they're on track to eliminate cervical cancer by the year 2035. So this vaccine works really well. It's very safe. And this vaccine is for children. And so many parents are like, why so young if they don't develop the cancers till adulthood? Well, it's a preventive vaccine. Again, we want to make sure children are protected before they could get an HPV infection. And the response, their immune system response to the vaccine is very strong. And when vaccinated on time, it offers a lifetime of protection against HPV cancers. So those are just a few examples of myths, misconceptions, and misinformation.
Wow, a lot of misinformation out there, Doctor, a lot. Now, where can our viewers go for more information?
Well, we know parents and caregivers want this type of information, and so we hope people will come to visit us online at stjude.org/HPV and stjude.org/bright-future. We have a range of resources designed for parents and caregivers, and also for the general public as well as healthcare providers to have accurate information about HPV vaccination as cancer prevention.
Dr. Heather Brandt, thank you so much for joining us on Morning Blend with this information. Thank you.
Thank you.